86th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select...
That's So Dolphins Talk with John Baker and Trigga Trey Proctor.
We check your pulse if you're not fired up.
Dude, are we good?
Dude, we're the best team in the league.
If you don't have eye black at home, you better go get some eye black.
Oh my god, we're back.
Hello and welcome into another edition of That's So Dolphins Talk. Got myself, Johnny Bake Show, and the co-pilot Trigga Trey Proctor. I'm down bad, dude.
This team sucks.
It's my worst fear is coming true where I didn't want to be right about it, but I damn well might be that we're going to end up going 10-7.
I think we might go 9-8. This is the most hilarious way to go 9-8 of all time. And we found a way to do it. The Jets might wax us.
I'm legitimately worried.
Oh my god, the Titans have one of the worst defenses in the league. And we look like a midget football team. Like, I understand we're down 5 starters on the offensive line. Get it. Understandable. Doesn't matter. No one has time for that. I don't have time for excuses. Guess what? Stop making people inactive if they're not actually hurt then. Okay? If they can play through. Why did we cut who was that long-haired backup center we had?
We traded him.
Traded him.
We
yes.
traded him to the Bears.
For a 7th round pick. Why? Would love to have him right now. Eichenberg, no Connor Williams the rest of the year. Dude, I'm not kidding. We are a 9-8 football team. And that's the reality. We're going to sneak in a wild card. We're going to play the Bills in Buffalo and get our asses waxed.
Yeah. If you're following us here on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you're listening to us on podcast platform, make sure that you download, rate and review. This weekend was supposed to be so good. Like, it was my wife's birthday. Went to
shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Went to Philly, and then she ended up having a kidney stone. So, like, then my whole weekend got turned upside down, and then wanted this just nice, easy breezy, beautiful, not cover girl, but a nice, easy Dolphins win, and it turned into everything but that. And I texted you first thing on Monday morning, and I said, dude, I feel nervous. Something don't feel right. And literally right before the game, I knew something wasn't right. And it happened immediately with Xavier Howard getting hurt. And then we'll get to Xavier Howard later on. But everybody starts getting hurt. Connor Williams, done for the year. Oh. And nothing went right last night. I don't understand what the thought process of sitting players that are. My cat's gonna jump up here in a second. There she is.
That's fine. Penny Omega.
I don't understand what the point of sitting these players that are active. I don't understand the point of what are we doing setting Teron Armstead and Robert Hunt and Javon Holland when we they totally overlooked this team. They totally overlooked.
Yeah, they were
here.
Chubb already said it. Chubb was like, yeah, we were looking at playoff scenarios and blah. We literally, hopefully, I'm hoping, light at the end of the tunnel, that this fires us the hell up and we stop looking at. I'm not even getting into that. There's no optimism behind this loss. This might go down as one of the worst losses in my Dolphins fandom, which is 30 years.
Here's something very real. And the two, I think that, I can't remember who posted it. I think it might have been Chris Coffin that posted it, but he said the 2 worst Dolphins performances of the year come after the big blowout wins. We blew out the Broncos, and then we laid an absolute turd in Buffalo. And then we absolutely blow out the Commanders, and then we lay an absolute turd against the Titans. This team at home. This team, they I get that like it's fun and like we have a really good players coach and all that, but it ain't translating to let people know that like, hey, we have an opportunity to be the one seed here, and we like all we care about is the headlines. Like we blew out this team this week, we're gonna blow the Titans out. We're believing our own hype, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what's frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. Like, and this could not mean anything in a couple weeks, but we have to play the Jets who have life. They just beat a Texans team, like absolutely beat the dog piss out of them. Like, we're gonna have to play them at home now. A rejuvenated Jets team that's gonna get their quarterback back in 2 weeks. They're playing to keep their season alive. Then we got to play the Cowboys, who look like the best team in football outside of the 49ers. And then we got to go to Baltimore. We got to go to Baltimore. We're going to probably catch a body because we're going to get
Mm-hmm.
shit stomped by them because
That's what I'm saying. We're 9-8. How does this happen? How do we go from 9-3 to 9-8? How
because
do we are going to lose 5 football games? This is horse shit, John. I don't think you understand.
we need to have a serious conversation about Mike McDaniel and this team because I know that, shout out Dolphins Josh. I don't know who you are, but I was spitting venom last night, but like we seriously need to have a legitimate conversation about McDaniel. Like, yes, it looks great at some points. And maybe we were due to lay a stinker against a bad team. Like maybe we're due, but
Here's the problem. I was kind of thinking that as I was laying my head on that pillow last night with tears climbing from my eyes. I felt that maybe we needed this to catapult us to our stretch run. We're clearly not peaking too early because this is the lowest we've been all season. So that's a plus. So maybe this is the you gotta go down into a valley before you come back up. I'm thinking that. And then guess what? I woke up and realized Connor Williams done. Isaiah Wynn ain't coming back.
he ain't
We
walking.
got Rob Jones playing right tackle, not the old quarterback from Penn State. Rob Jones playing right guard. Sorry, right guard. We have Lester Cotton, who is a turnstile.
He's bad, man. He's bad.
Liam Eichenberg, even when the snap does get to Tua, it either takes an hour and a half or it's on a side up, which we are literally a mesh type of offense. We are a timing offense. And if we're off by a millisecond because Liam Eichenberg can't snap his ball back because his wrists are too fat, then we are going to lose offensively.
Listen, I might be in the minority here. I'm not even mad at Liam Eichenberg. I'm literally not mad at him. This is a coaching issue. They don't have anybody ready to play backup center. They have nobody ready. That's
He's not a center. You're right. You're right. He's not a center. He's not a center. We should have him at right guard where he says he feels the most comfortable.
Where he
and
play.
Can someone else can we sign a center? Like, I understand. I don't get. Hey, Chris Greer, remember when you were like, I think everyone is a little bit more worried about the offensive line than we are. You worried?
Everybody else is worried.
Yeah, we're all worried. Okay, time to worry. Tua got destroyed. Thank God he's not in the protocol because I saw some hits that would have ended his season last year. So thankfully, that's one of the pluses. But dude, I have never in my life. I said it to you last night. How did I let him do it again? I thought this team was different.
They do it. There's the title of the show last week. Built different. Guess what? They
built different. We're the exact same, just a different coat of paint.
Yes, same Dolphins, different coat of paint. It's no different. I have nothing good to say for good, bad.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do good, bad, ugly. I don't want to do good, bad, ugly because guess what? It's all ugly. Let me tell you more. Mike McDaniel can't call plays in the red zone. He is so incompetent. I have never seen a human being with his mind not understand that, hey, if we have 5 possessions in the red zone or 5 plays in the red zone and you don't run a single one, not one time when we're running the ball at 5-6 yards of carry, why? Okay, 1. Number 2, seems like he can't call plays without Tyreek, which is weird to say. which is weird to say. Tua still threw for 240. Get it. But without Tyreek, this offense looked putrid. Okay.
Oh,
I can attribute it to the offensive line. I can attribute it to a bunch of different things. But at the end of the day, Tua MVP talk, get it out. He's not an MVP.
Tyreek MVP talk gone too. Tyreek 2K gone too.
Tyreek 2K gone, which is whatever.
This,
Literally,
that's probably the best thing that's probably could ever happen for this team right now is offensively, because now we don't have to worry about Tyreek trying to get to 2,000. Like, enough with that horse shit. I don't give a fuck how many yards Tyreek Hill gets. I care about wins. It should not be like we need to stop thinking about that. This team is so oriented about trying to prove a point that, Tyreek is this amazing receiver and Tua is, not what everyone thought he was. I don't give a shit. None of it matters. Just fucking win. That's all.
Yep.
That's should be the only mindset. And Bradley Chubb, the clock is ticking on you. You've been on an uptick this year, and the uptick has only been because of Jalen Phillips on the other side. Since Jalen Phillips has gotten hurt, you are exactly who we thought you were last year. You are on the precipice of getting put on Uber.
well, hold on.
No,
I do got to argue with that. Let me argue with that. Dude, it reminds Will Levis, the way that Bradley Chubb is rushing him, it reminds me of when we played Josh Allen. It seemed like Bradley Chubb was there so many times, strip sacks. He was so close so many times last night and just did not finish. So
it's still, you don't slam your helmet on the field and
that
cost
hurts.
4 points in the process. Like, what are we doing? The kick game came into an issue too, because we can't punt the fucking football, and then we can't kick the damn field goal. We make that field goal, we win the game. We literally have been saying this for 2 years now. The Jason Sanders, the kick team, the punt team is gonna ruin a game for us, and it was last night.
Blake Ferguson got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Blake, why are you're a long snapper. The one thing that you do not need to do is hurt this football team. Make no plays. Just snap the ball, run to the sideline. Why are you getting an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, Blake Ferguson?
He got absolutely destroyed on that block field goal.
Yeah, of course he did. I am just in shambles. I have never been so distraught about a Dolphins loss. I've probably said that 100 times, but this one,
this one hurts so much more because
we don't even need to be on the in the hunt graphic. I don't think we make the playoffs.
Fangs, dude. What?
How are we up 14 with 4 minutes left and lose to Will Levis?
It's left. There was 2:59 left on the clock, and we were up 2 touchdowns. 776 games in the NFL. Not one team has won in that situation until last night. That's so Dolphins. That's literally the fucking title of the show. It's the only thing that can ever happen to the Dolphins. On Monday night fucking football, primetime football. That's why no one takes us seriously, because we're not a serious team. We don't do anything that matters when everyone's watching.
Just another primetime egg. That's all it's ever been. And people are like, okay, well, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm over it too, dude. I don't know what we are going to do on the offensive line.
There's no answer. It's not like you can go out there and sign anybody. You can't trade for anybody.
The answer is a center. We have to sign a center.
I don't think there's any centers left to sign. I think that because Reason was talking about it last night. There might be JC Treader, he retired. He ain't walking through that door. There's no, I don't think there's a single center out there that is, there might be one, but I don't think that we're stuck with what we're stuck with right now. We need Rob Hunt back, and Liam Eichenberg is going to be the center. That's our only answer right now. And we're going to have to put Rob Jones at left guard, and hopefully Teron Armstead gets his fucking ass healthy. Dude. I want that dude to just sit in a wheelchair all week long. Don't even use your legs.
Can we sign Zach Ertz? We need some tight.
But he used a tight end last night. That's what happened. Like,
Yeah, Durham Smythe shrunk.
I don't want to
I
hear
mean, the list
I
goes
don't want to hear
on.
one single word about Mike Gesicki because Mike Gesicki fucking sucks, and I'm pretty sure that proves it because his stats are not any better. They're worse than what he was when he played with the Dolphins. Okay, so that narrative is gone. If this team, we said it 2 weeks ago, we should sign Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz makes a lot of sense because where the fuck is Jalen Waddle? He's supposed to be this 1A receiver, and he absolutely is non-existent. Like, I'm all I am this like legitimately like I think like that is the writings on the wall. We've kind of been I've been like kind of saying it all year long that we're not very serious and we're gonna end up being 10-7 and we might be even 9-8 and I think that like I think that's it. Like I don't think that I don't think there's a scenario where we beat the I don't think there's a scenario where we even get any pressure on Dak Prescott. They got one of the best lines in football. I think we're sorely missing Jerome Baker. Not saying it, but I'm saying it. I think we're sorely Xavier Howard, the real Xavier Howard showed up for one. He finally showed up for who he really is, a fraud. He should have been gone. I don't want to pay him.
Dude, the thing with Xavier Howard is there were so many plays last night that he was in great coverage. It felt like he was about to hit the interception. He
I,
lost his ball skills.
I don't understand what in the Sam hell that we're doing. Why are we not shading Ramsey on Hopkins? Like, what are we doing? Like, the whole point of this defense is to not put Howard on an island because we got
It's the same thing with Diggs. Fangio refuses to believe that anyone is good enough to beat his defense single handedly. So he just continues to stick to his principles and moves on. And Will Levis took the ball down the field for two fucking long. Parental advisory. Rated R. Kids, it's not on kids' YouTube. Sorry about it. I cannot believe that Will Levis
Yeah, dude.
eating bananas in a peel.
Will Levis couldn't beat out Sean Clifford at fucking Penn State. He had to leave to go to Kentucky, and we just lost to him. Dude, that's so Penn State talk. The James Franklin
God.
Will Levis.
Dude,
Dude, the Bills are going to score 50 points on us again.
it makes no sense.
The Cowboys might score 70.
They might.
I'm not joking. They might score 70. This is so it's so unbelievable that how much like everybody's buttholes puckered as soon as Tyreek didn't come back into that game and no one did anything about it. Everybody was like, well, Tyreek's out here. We ain't fucking winning this one. We're done. Like, what? I can't understand. I don't understand what this offense it it even might even be true with what I said back after that Eagles game. We are just gimmick bullshit and we're not serious. We're not a real team. Mike McDaniel, man, as good of a guy as he is, maybe we'll see something different on Hard Knocks tonight, but that might change my mind. But whenever you have one of your team captain come up to the podium and say, "Yeah, we saw the playoff scenarios and we took our foot off the gas." When you have that happening, you're fighting for the fucking 1 seed for the first time since 1984. And one of your key players is saying, "Yeah, we took our foot off the gas."
How do you let that happen?
How do you let that happen? That's on a coaching. That's coaching. That's like locker
That's
room.
That's locker room. That is more locker room. That is where is Tua? Where is Christian Wilkins? Where is Xavier? Where's Jalen Ramsey? Where's Javon Holland? Where are all these leaders? Why do you have a C on your fucking chest if you're allowing yourself to take the foot off the gas in December? In December football.
Yeah.
And you're allowing your foot off the gas against the Titans.
Sweep the fucking leg. We say it all.
We can literally win. We could have won the division before the fucking Ravens game even mattered.
We could have had yes, we could have literally had the division one in by 2 weeks from now. And
now we'll be lucky to make the playoffs.
Well, we're gonna be
now we'll be lucky to make the playoffs.
We're gonna be lucky if we win the division.
We're not winning the division. We are not winning the division.
And this even pisses me off even more is I said it 2 weeks ago that the Bills are gonna make the playoffs. And the Bills might even fucking win the division now.
The Bills are gonna win the division, 100%. I have no, it's not gonna surprise me one bit.
The Bills have to go to the Bills play at home against Dallas this week. Then they go to LA and play the Chargers. Well, Justin Herbert is out for the year, so that doesn't matter. That's a turd. That's a win. Then they got to play New England. That's a win, and then they play us. That's a win. The Bills are going to win the division. We went from being 8-3 or 9-3, and we're gonna end up being like legitimately 10-7, 9-8. It's a worst case scenario.
I mean, for the record, the Bills did not look good against the Chiefs. The Chiefs really should have won that game.
Chiefs don't look fucking good either. That's the problem.
No.
I guess we didn't look. I mean, Dolphins didn't look good either, too. So maybe everyone's frauds. Maybe it was just a bad week in general, but still, like, it's right there for the taking as the fucking Titans, dude. How come we can't beat the fucking Titans?
It just annoys me because there's also if we were leaving this game fully healthy, I would be a little bit more optimistic. Because this team has potential to score with anyone when they are in sync and playing well. I don't know what's going on with Tyreek. They'll probably sit him against the Jets.
They absolutely should not sit him against the Jets.
I know they shouldn't, but they probably will.
This precautionary injury bullshit, like it's got to end. Like we can't do load management in the NFL. You don't have 82 games to figure it out. You only got.
I know. Mostert was running. His ankle's bad. He was hurt. Yeah. I think A-Chan got hurt on that last play. He's fucking banged up. I have no idea what's going on with the offensive line.
Why did he not try to cut in more and then get the first down? Like, what the hell was that? Everything was bad. There's literally nothing good to say about this game other than the fact that it's fucking over.
The season's over. The whole season's over.
Tennessee.
Listen, I am going to watch every single game. I will be dressed in the nines every game, and I will support this team. But at this point, us going 9-8 will not surprise me. Us winning out would not surprise me. So
it ain't happening. We're winning one, maybe two of those games. Like that, they might win 2 games. If they win 2 games, that's a win. If they get 11 wins, that's all you can ask for. Because I don't think they're getting 11.
Here's the thing. This is what's frustrating. Well,
people that think that like, we're gonna hang with the Cowboys, I don't believe it for 1 second. Just be prepared to be disappointed on Christmas Eve.
There better not be a single person that thinks. Here's the thing: it's irritating.
Because Mike will eat to his face off.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Dude, so the Cowboys, the NFL makes no sense. The Cowboys lost to the Broncos. They lost to the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to the Rams.
Yeah.
No, this is old. Please hold.
They lost to the Eagles. They lost to the Eagles.
Sorry. Yeah, let me get to the correct year.
They did lose to the Cardinals and lost to the Eagles, and I think they did lose to the Broncos. Did they lose to the Broncos?
They lost to the Jaguars.
Jaguars.
No, that was in the preseason. Sorry. They lost to the
Ravens and Jaguars played on Sunday night. We can hope for a Jaguars win, I guess.
They lost to the Cardinals, which makes no sense. How? They almost lost to the Chargers.
That don't matter.
And then they went on a hot run. It's just like, dude, what I'm trying to get at is other teams have these games. The Bills lost some awful games to some very bad teams. Yeah, and now we're saying they're going to win the division. We're saying they're going to beat the Cowboys. We're saying that
It's like they've actually proved themselves in bigger-ish games that they can win them. Plus, they've waxed our ass every chance that they've ever gotten, except for
I
one.
agree. I agree. But what I'm saying is this is why I am least optimistic. This is why I have no optimism. Because I know as a coach and I've been watching football my entire life, teams have really bad games and it happens and you can easily bounce back and be a much better team. I know that, especially if you have good people in your locker room, which I still think we do. And I'm hoping this is an eye opening. The issue the issue that I think people aren't seeing is we are hurt at very key positions.
Mm-hmm. We're not
We
healthy.
have said we have said all year Connor Williams is the most important piece of this offensive line, and
And
he's done.
yeah, he's done, gone forever.
This is the reason that I have no more optimism for this football team.
The only thing that might be good out of that is that we might be able to actually keep him on the cheap because he won't be able to go to free agency and demand a massive
I
contract.
hope that on his way out, he was motherfucking every single Dolphins front office member. This is exactly why I wanted a long term contract. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him either.
I don't blame any player that wants a long term contract for this exact issue. But here we are again. We are going to be 9-8, and we might sneak into a wild card. But hey, we'll have a first round pick at number 16 next year. So
That there needs to be like I don't even know what there needs to be. It's just the same. We're back to the same thing we were this time last year.
do you want to know how I know it's going to be over? If I ever see a tweet, I'm not going to be on Twitter all this week because I can't handle people. So please send me important things. But if I see a tweet that says the Dolphins are held a player only meeting, we're done. Nothing has ever happened good off of a players only meeting.
Yeah, no, nothing. Yeah,
So
the
if that happens, we're done.
the only thing that I've seen on Twitter is that everyone keeps saying, well, like the 49ers, they lost 3 in a row and they were okay. Yeah, that was in fucking October. That does not matter. It's not December. Like they're at the healthiest they've ever been, and they're mowing dudes over. Cowboys,
Mm-hmm.
healthiest they've been, mowing dudes over. Bills, healthiest they have been all season long. Like maybe not mowing teams over, but they're winning. Uh, Ravens, healthy-ish, mowing people down. Like it was right there for the taking, and we just shit the pit
Every year.
every year.
The Heat won.
He won. I mean, that's yeah, something. I don't
I don't like if we lose out, we're out of the playoffs, right? There's no way we get in at 9-8.
for the Finns to take care and win this division. They have to win the next 3 games. They have to beat the Jets, beat the Cowboys, and they have to beat the Ravens to lock up the division. It's not a lock. They're literally
Regardless of what the Bills do, right?
the Bills have to win their next 3 too against Dallas, Herbertless Chargers, and the Pats.
But that doesn't matter. If we win, doesn't matter what the Bills do. If we win the next 3.
If we win the next 3, doesn't matter. Bills have
If
to.
the Bills lose 1, we just need to win 2.
Yeah. We talk ourselves into it already.
No, because we don't have Connor Williams, dude. I don't know what we're supposed to do at center. Liam Eichenberg is not an NFL center. There's no way that am I the only one that sees this as the most urgent need? Why is Chris Greer not on the phone right now with Ryan Jensen or someone?
Oh, Jensen, he's like blew his leg out in preseason.
I'm just naming names, Sean. I don't know if they're actual players. Just pick up the phone, Chris Greer, and call someone. Because is there someone on the practice squad I don't know about? Who's the backup behind Liam? Is it Rob Jones?
Lester Cotton, Keon Smith. I don't know.
Put any of them at center. Put Liam at right guard or left guard. Robert Hunt. What happened to where's Solomon Kinley at?
Selling insurance in the USFL. I don't know. Dude, we don't want Kinley, dude. That guy was
Big old road grader, though. Big old road grader.
I'm I as soon as they got the 2-point conversion, I knew they were gonna win.
Mm-hmm. Just a bad football game, man, all around.
That's got to be the worst Dolphins. Like
It's the worst Dolphins loss in my career. You
that's
know what it feels like? It feels like when Penn State was undefeated and they lost to Iowa, like the last game of the year.
yeah, it feels worse than that. Like I can't even think of a worse Dolphins loss other than that one, like in that Flores year where they had to win to get in and the Bills scored 56 points. That one hurt. You know what? I'd almost rather go 1-15 than do this
Yeah, this is annoying. I'd rather at least be able to look at the draft and think of some good possibilities that we could build a team around.
because the window closed. Window's gone now because you got to pay Tua, got to pay. I mean, I don't even
Do
know
you?
the
Do you?
I don't know what you do.
Trade for Justin Fields.
Oh my god. Jeez. Okay, hot take Billy over here.
Dude, I'm just in shambles.
I don't think we need to blow it up, but there's fundamental issues that a lot of us fans have expressed concerns for, and there has not been one single issue addressed. Mike McDaniel.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think back to this a lot. I've thought about this a lot. Okay, a lot of times players will say, you know, the fans this, the fans that. What do the fans have to say? We're the one playing the games. Last time I checked, the only reason the NFL is popular is because people watch it. Am I saying people are going to stop watching football? No, no. But what I am saying is the product that you put on the field as an NFL football player should matter to the fans. And the fans' opinion, at some point, to a certain degree, should matter when it becomes a mass opinion, okay? When it's like one or two bozo clowns on the internet talking trash, get it. But when you have a mass movement of where is the accountability on this football team? Where is the leader that's going to step up and snatch someone by the neck and say, do not take your foot off the gas? Hey, there's 4 minutes left. Do not let them drive down the field. Hey, we have to hold them to a field goal. Like, where is that? Where is that linebacker coach that gave that speech in Hard Knocks? Why is he not gripping dudes up?
He probably ran back to the locker room to get his cake batter. I had to.
I just cannot believe that an NFL football team put on the display that they did yesterday in the second half. I wholeheartedly believe that you could rally 11 average athletes to not give up 2 touchdowns in 4 minutes.
I mean, I don't know about all that, but
I'm telling you right now,
like,
I think
what pisses me off even more is that offensive series on the way out there. Like, that's this innovative offensive genius that's what he drew up to save the game. He plays to save games. He doesn't play to win games. You play to win the game. Fucking Herm Edwards been saying it for years. And McDaniel's out here trying not to lose games. He's not playing to win them. That's a difference. That's a fundamental difference. He coaches to not lose. He doesn't coach to win. That is what pisses me off. It's evident in the play calling. He does everything to not lose the game. He doesn't do anything to just strictly win the game.
we're in shambles. We are
Bad.
not a good. I can't believe that we're not a good football team. And I hope that every fan base is just on Twitter ripping us, dude. Oh, rip us because we are bad. I'm not even going to refute it.
But you can't even
The
defend.
Bills are going to be. We are going to lose to Zach Wilson, who might be our backup quarterback next year, which I think should be in consideration. By the way, we are going to lose to Zach Wilson next week at home. We are going to drop 2 at-home games to 2. We should be 11-3 after next week. Does no one understand this?
Yeah.
was a fun ride. It was a good 13 weeks.
It
It
was
felt good to be the number one seed through 13 weeks. That is the most fun I've had in terms of the Dolphins fandom. But I'm telling you right now, the season is over. So shut down any Super Bowl plans you have. I'm not even sure we're making. They put playoff tickets on sale the other day.
sorry if you
I'm
don't
not even.
playoff tickets.
Yeah,
Don't even buy.
refund. We're not even making it.
We're gonna go from hosting a playoff game to not making a playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy with number one seed. We get a bye, we get home field all the way true. But I was also cool with the 2 seeds. Then we at least get one home playoff game, or 3 seed. Then we get one home playoff game.
We're 4 seed, give it one home playoff game.
That's right. Top 3 seeds, home playoff games. What I was thinking. I was vibing to that. Nope. We're not. I'm literally. I don't know if we're gonna make a playoff at 9-8. All those 7-5 teams just have to go 2-3 over the next 2 weeks or 5 weeks. I'm sure we can pull up their schedules and easily find 2 wins.
Hopefully, out of all of that, like they end up beating themselves. Like they just beat their own selves into the dirt. But I mean, we got a hard schedule, so I mean, it's
Yeah, honestly, and who wants to go in the playoffs and play the Bills and just get beat by 60 again on national TV?
that that's
Is that?
yeah. There literally is nothing more to say. This is the worst it's ever been, probably as a Dolphins fan in 30 years. Trey is schlumped over the Finns. They're at home against the Jets. I guess watch Hard Knocks tonight. You're probably going to get pissed off and disappointed, especially whenever we see them mic'd up and we realize that they literally took their foot off the gas and they didn't give a shit. And then they go into the podium and say, "Hey, yeah, we took our foot off the gas.
We got to be better. It's my fault. My fault.
Yeah." They did it to us again. We got our hopes up.
Every year.
So if they win this weekend, are we back?
Every year. No, I'm not back. I'm not back. You know who I am? Remember the what's the baseball movie with the Cleveland Indians?
Major League.
Major League. You remember that fan in the outfield that gets so mad?
That's
He goes, "Wild thing, you make my heart sing." You start singing about the wild thing because he's so tired of the freaking Indians losing.
yeah, that's what we are.
That's me.
That's the dismount. I have nothing else. Watch the game on Sunday if you care. Don't be disappointed if we lose because it's bound to happen. And Trey's gone. Make sure that you hit us up on the socials. I am at _Podski. Trey is at Sad Fins Fan, which he legitimately still is. Check us out on YouTube. We got the video every week here, the game reviews. Trey's gonna be down bad. I'm down bad, but enjoy Hard Knocks as best as you possibly can, I guess, after this. But there's no fins up. We'll see you next week.